With all the shootings that have occurred in the past decade, the topic of gun control is very popular among many American citizens. Columbine and Sandy Hook are just some of these tragedies that stick out in our minds. As many are thinking of ways to combat these crimes, some think a ban of guns is the best route to take. But if you ask me, the solution is in the problem. Instead of taking guns away, we need to teach everyday citizens gun safety so that they can protect themselves and the ones they love. This topic is on a national level and will affect each and every one of you, so please pay attention. As the old saying goes, fight fire with fire. So in order to combat the criminals that are using these weapons, we need to teach the everyday people who walk down the streets how to use them too. Everybody has someone they love and someone they care about and want to protect. Picture this. You are a single stay-at-home mom taking care of your baby when an intruder breaks in. He is armed with a gun, but with all these gun control bans, you have no way to protect yourself. If you ban all guns, all you'll be doing is taking away the weapon out of the hands of the innocent woman. Criminals, by definition, mean someone who commits a crime by not following the rules, so this rule would not affect them at all. Teaching citizens how to safely use a firearm is our best bet. According to a recent study by the NRA, licensed gun safety operators are 90% less likely to end up with an injury by a firearm. Don't take the easy way out. Sure, educating that many people will cost money, but doesn't anything worth doing cost something? Together we can save lives by doing this. I gave you a couple questions earlier in the week, and astonishingly, nearly all of you feel safer with guns, and the ones who didn't, bear with me because after this you will. Kentucky has one of the lowest related gun crime rates in the nation, but it also has one of the most amount of firearm users in the state. Responsible gun owners are not the problem. Learning to defend yourself is key. Now that I have explained the effects of a ban, let's get some background information about these shootings. These shootings are not just what you see on TV. They are far worse and far more gruesome. Sandy Hook was an elementary school targeted by a deranged gunman. On December 14, 2012, in Newton, Connecticut, 20-year-old Adam Lanza fatally shot 20 children and 6 staff members. The school was a no-gun zone, but the criminals still do not care. This could have been stopped if there was a trained armed guard on duty, saving many lives, saving many children who could grow up to do whatever they wanted. The Gabriel Giffords shooting. Gabriel Giffords was a politician in Texas who was giving a speech when many were shot around her, including herself. 18 others were shot and 6 were killed. This has caused many more restrictions to be put on guns. The Aurora Massacre. On July 20th, 2012, James Holmes shot nearly 70 people at a movie theater. This sent shockwaves throughout the world, showing everybody that they are never truly safe. Now that we have discussed the background of the debate of gun control, let's talk about why it just won't work. Attempts to ban these weapons have been done in the past. The Washington, D.C. ban. On September 24th, 1976, Washington, D.C. placed a ban on all guns. This ban was overturned on June 26, 2008. Under the ban, nobody other than a police officer was allowed to carry or even own a handgun. With this law in effect, the murder rate in D.C. averaged 73% higher than it was at the outset of the law, while the U.S. murder rate decreased 11%, proving a ban is not the answer. Ammo for firearms is becoming harder to come by. This keeps recreational shooters from doing what they love. Ammo prices are skyrocketing because the government has placed such hard regulations on purchasing ammo. First, we've discussed the effects of a ban. Second, we discussed the background information. And finally, we just found out how this has not worked in our past. Gun control will affect nearly each and every one of you in your lives. So in this speech, guns are the answer. We do not need to ban them, but we need to arm each and every one of us and learn how to use weapons safely to protect us all.